Sun Pharmaceuticals. The promoter Dilip Shanghvi denied allegations of insider trading and poor corporate governance as India's largest drug maker. Remember, the stock tumbled intraday about 13% after a report that SEBI may reopen its probe against the company and some of its promoters for various lapses. Shanghvi addressed investors and tried to allay some of their concerns at the conference call last evening. Darshan Mehta joins us with what transpired. Darshan, good morning.
Yeah, so it was basically a conference call that lasted over 1 hour. Dilip Shanghvi highlighted that he's going to speak on the sales note, which obviously it was the Macquarie sales note, and the Press Trust of India report that came out in this whistleblower case. A lot of allegations were put. 3 of them probably were a little serious. Others he managed to give out clarity. He gave out clarity on all of them. But I'll take you through all of them. What he's for. The first allegation was Walia and Timbadia involved in some bit of stock rigging, and they are auditing some of the subsidiaries. Now, Dilip Shanghvi says that the matter is almost 20 years old. Most of them have been given a clean sheet, and they're saying they have almost 66. They have 66 subsidiaries, out of which 16 are being managed by them. They're saying it does not make sense to play a lot of global firms because the cost will go up, and all these 16 subsidiaries are just 0.6% of the consolidated revenue. So he says it's not a big deal, but he says that if there are investor concerns, they are looking at changing this. So that's something that he said. The second was the allegation on Lakshdeep Investment and Finance not clarified as the Sun Pharma promoter. This is owned by Sudhir Walia in its personal capacity. Both Sudhir Walia and his wife together own 2% stake in Sun Pharma. The Macquarie note says that why are they not promoters? Dilip Shanghvi says that even if at the time this was done, the legal opinion was that they did not need to do it, and that's why they didn't do it. He is saying that they're seeking legal issue at this point of time. If the change needs to be done, they will do it. But they said that this will not bring any substantial change to the promoter shareholding. It's just 2% that is there. The third one was the allegation of Jerim Capital being as part of the fundraising plan between 2004 and 7, and they had links to Ketan Parekh and Dharmesh Doshi. Now, what he said at that point of time, that JP Morgan was the lead banker for the fundraising. What Jerim Capital was the co-manager. He did not give any details in terms of links to Ketan Parekh and Dharmesh Doshi, but he said that at that point of time, Sun Pharma was not as big as what it is. They're saying that the revenues that they were almost it was a very small company at that point of time, and that is they did what was best at this point of time. The fourth allegation was lending money to some 4 individuals without security. He said this was some 20-year-old matter. All the money has been required, and it was only a few lakh rupees, so that was taken care of. Insider trading with respect to Ranbaxy, he's saying there was no insider trading. It was just a timing issue where the issue was given on a Sunday. Their banker said that don't put out a trading window holiday, which they didn't, and they said that just to settle it, they paid 18 lakhs. Otherwise, the legal cost would have gone into crores of rupees. Sun Pharma's domestic business is rooted via Aditya Medicines. This was a big issue that was there, and a lot of analysts say Aditya Medicines was a related party only in FY18. They said before that there was not a related party because of the change in shareholding structure. Aditya Medicines became a sales.
No, sorry, just go slow through this. What is the allegation?
Yeah.
What is
so
it?
The allegation is why is Sun Pharma's domestic business being rooted via Aditya Medicines, and a lot of brokerages put their questions on this. What Dilip Shanghvi says that it became a related party in FY18 because before that the shareholding norms was not consolidated. Once it became consolidated, it became. He said that the entire deal was done because they gave a lot of tax benefits to the company. But he said that if there are concerns, he's open to two options he gave. Either Sun Pharma takes the distribution arm of the company, or else Sun Pharma buys this at cost. That is what he says. He's saying if investors have problem, he will do it. But he says that this was mainly on account of benefits that the company was getting. He said that Aditya Medicines is not earning extraordinary profit. It's just some 0.4% net profit margin as a distribution company does. So he's open to this. Low taxes allegation, Sun Pharma has always time and again clarified that they have factories in tax-free zones, and as soon from a 3% tax now they moved to 15% because some of their factories are coming out of tax zone, and said this will increase given that most of them will come out. The other allegation was a guarantee given to Suraksha Realty. This was put in the Macquarie note. He says that there's no guarantee given, no loan given to Suraksha Realty, which was a non-party. Whistleblower case against the company company by SEBI. This is the second overhang that the analysts feel. Sun Pharma says that we have no clue. What we have read is what you read in the press, in Press Trust of India and the Money Life article. He says we have not received any query from SEBI. We have not received any query regarding reopening of the case. So he's saying till the time we don't have this 150-page document, we can't comment. Analysts say that this could remain a overhang because that is a black box. We don't know what is coming there. And finally, the last one was loans given to non-related party, which have increased over the past few years. 2,200 crores of loans were given as per the annual report of Sun Pharma to non-related party. And this has increased substantially over the year. This was another big point wherein clarity was not given. Dilip Shanghvi says that this was a loan given to non-related party engaged in the pharmaceutical business, but because of it being a structured product and because of confidentiality agreement, he can't, he can't name that person. So that is something that is of an issue. He's saying that loans were given at arm's length at market rate for a period of 2 to 2.5 years. So he can't. So he says that this loan is still on, but if need be and if there are analyst investor concerns, he will look at ways to reverse this loan back into the company. So on all parameters, the others were negligible stuff what the Macquarie note had said, but I think these three concerns in which in all three, except for the whistleblower, he can't do anything. The other two, he is saying that he's open to rectify it and reverse the issue that has happened. So that's the sense that Dilip Shanghvi gave. So most of the queries were answered.
He's remained silent on a couple of those, Darshan, maybe German Capital and a couple of others. But my question is, how have brokerages reacted to this? Have they been sanguine about the responses that have come in?
Yeah, so only so these are the 3 points that they have raised. First of all, the whistleblower saying, everyone saying that till the time there is no clarity, we don't know what will happen to the stock. If there's an adverse penalty or something, they don't know. So that's a black box which no one knows. On Aditya Medisales, they are saying that we are happy that the management is open to do the restructuring of this company, whatever it is. So that's the other. And the third concern was this issue of non-loan. So there is a big concern. They are not saying that where it's given, why it's given. So that remains a question mark. Except for Edelweiss, which has cut the target price on because of a lower target multiple because of uncertainties. All the others have maintained their target price. Some of them are already underweight on Sun Pharma. So that's okay. They're saying that we need clarity on this, but apart from it, the other issues were immaterial, were pretty known, and the management has answered them.
Okay, I just have one quick follow-up, Darshan. Aside of the notes, when you speak to analysts and the sales guys, are people saying that they will stay on the sidelines with regards to Sun Pharma currently? There are better stocks in the pharma space to buy. Are people going to tell their clients to go out and buy Sun Pharma post this clarity?
See, I don't know about that, but the few people that I spoke to, and I cannot mention them because they are from the buy side, sell side combined, they are saying they need more clarity on this factor. Some of them have said that there is a potential of Sun Pharma rebounding because it's a great initiative that Dilip Shanghvi himself came and answered all the queries and took all the questions head on and answered them. He said there were some things he couldn't answer because it was confidential, but they were happy in which the way the conference call went.
Okay, Darshan, thanks for putting that into perspective. Appreciate that.